good day, and welcome to the annual Where's Phil Been video. And this one's going to be slightly different because I want to be brutally honest. Now, it's not the brutally honest that some of you in the comment section have suspected, and that's that I've fallen off the wagon. That isn't actually the case. The reason I'm being brutally honest is because quite often I've taken a bit of a break, a bit of a hiatus, if you will, from YouTube. And then what's happened is I've come back with all the best intentions to continue to make videos, to continue to reply to your comments, continue to do all that sort of good stuff, and to try and help people beat their gambling addictions. And invariably, I've kept that up for something between sort of a couple of months, few months, and about 3 or 4 minutes. And then what happens is a bit of time elapses, and I put out another post on the community post thing and says, look, I'm all right, I'm currently going back, I'm going to make some videos, I'm working on some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And invariably I either don't or I do, and it's short-lived and the cycle continues. So I wanted to kind of be really honest in this video. Firstly, I want to apologise because despite my absence, my subscriber count is actually growing, albeit obviously at a reduced rate, which is totally understandable. People are still commenting, people are still supporting the channel, watching the videos, liking the videos, leaving some really nice comments. Obviously, I've not read them all, and I've not replied to very many at all over the last X amount of months. So my apologies for that. I did have a quick scoot through that, and people are still appreciating the back catalogue, so to speak, basically my old videos. People are still watching them, and they do still seem to be having a positive impact, which is fantastic. This video was originally, when I sort of thought about making it a few weeks ago, going to be sort of a launch of relaunch of the Only Phil channel. I was going to make one at New Year, talking about New Year's resolutions and such and such and such and all that sort of stuff. But admittedly, I'm going to be, again, brutally honest, I didn't have the motivation to do it. I realised I'd already made a couple of videos about New Year's resolutions, and that's kind of when it dawned on me that I've kind of done it. I've shared my experiences, I've given my advice, and to continue to repeat and reiterate everything I've said previous does nothing. I mean, yes, it maybe reaches a few new people, yes, it maybe reaffirms a point, but there is certainly diminishing returns every time I do that. Of course, I haven't shared all of my gambling experiences. You know, there have been numbers, vast swathes of gambling misadventures that I could talk to you about, but by and large, as I'm sure if you're a gambler you understand, they all follow a fairly similar pattern. Small urge to gamble, desire to place a small bet or have a small amount of, you know, wagering on a game or whatever, that then perpetuates, leads to a loss, or not even always in all cases losses, but almost certainly invariably gambling more and more frequently than you originally intended, and the net result is generally always the same. And again, there is benefit to this, there is value to knowing that you're not alone, that people do the same things under the influence of a gambling addiction that they do, or that you do, or that I've done. That sort of solidarity in that sort of we're all in this together, and you know, I'm not in this boat alone, and actually if someone else can make improvements then I can too. There's definitely value in that, but what I don't think there is value in is just constantly telling you stories about my gambling losses. People seek, and I have also found in the past, some sort of solace, some sort of comfort, maybe even a hint of schadenfreude about listening to other people's bad luck gambling stories. I still get it to this day when people I know who still gamble tell me about their losses. There's a small bit of, sort of, dare I say, a dark sort of side that, whilst it's healthy to realise that you're not alone, you can't help occasionally but feel slightly smug that that loss wasn't yours, and that's a horrible feeling, even though it may be sometimes a comforting one. So I think there's very much diminishing returns in me continually telling you stories about when I lost money because, well, there's an endless supply of them. So what now? Well, firstly, I want to say once again thank you to everyone who's continued to support the channel, everyone who's continued to watch the old videos, liked, commented, subscribed. I'm sure there's a couple of small super thanks donations in there as well, and I will, if that's you, then thank you so much, and I'll reply to you personally in due course. In future, I don't want to disappear from YouTube. I want to keep this platform open because I'm sure there will be times when I have something that I'd like to talk about, something that comes to mind that I think, you know what, you know, that's actually something that could be beneficial. There may also be big changes in the gambling landscape, both here in the UK and obviously elsewhere, that may be worth addressing, may be worth talking about, and I feel may actually add some value or some benefit to people who are suffering from this addiction. I also want to stay on YouTube because I want to continue to do this. I want to continue to make videos. However, these are likely to be in a different form and to cover a broader range of topics. I am as yet undecided whether that will be on the Only Phil channel. The next video you may see from me on this channel may be completely unrelated to gambling. If that's the case and it's not to your liking, it's not to your taste, then I'd want to thank you for all your support thus far and for helping to develop this community that we have built, up until this point. It might be they'll stick it on a different channel, in which case I may politely come back in here and ask you for a bit of a kickstart, a bit of support to go and maybe subscribe to that channel in order to sort of help get the ball rolling and allow me to continue to make videos on YouTube. I will, of course, reiterate at this point, this isn't a career, this isn't something I intend to do for a living. It's just something that I quite enjoy doing as a sideline. Also, while some of these videos may not be, motivational, beneficial or helpful in nature, there will be other things, other bits of advice that maybe I've read, I've heard, people have fed back to me that I do want to share, whether that be gambling related or regards anything else in the sort of self-improvement sphere. So I may continue to post videos on this channel that I think will be beneficial to people. Like I say, if you wish to continue to support me, support this channel, even if I do start making sort of alternative type videos, then that would be much appreciated. But that isn't to belittle the support and help and comments and likes and all the rest of it that everyone else has given me up until this point, even if you decide to unsubscribe when these non-gambling related videos start to appear, if they indeed do. Well, that's me rambling for quite some time. I wanted to show my face. I just more importantly wanted to say thank you, explain that, yeah, I haven't made the videos that I keep promising to make, but that's because I feel that most of the value I can add, however little that might be, I've done previously, I've done often repetitively, and to continue to repeat the same advice, whilst it may gain a little extra traction, which of course is a good thing in terms of building the community and building the sort of mutually supportive network, I think is often going over real ground and maybe even like diluting any good that's come before. So until I see you again in whatever capacity that may be, stay safe, stay sane. Thanks once again, and finally, for all of you who've continued to support the channel. I will be around, I will be back. If it's on a different channel, I will put a little short video up here, mainly begging for new subscribers. So yes, look forward to that. But in the meantime, like I say, stay safe and sane. Look after yourselves. Thank you to everyone. And yeah, have a great day, everyone. All the best.